What's up, y'all? My name is Jerry Ward, and I'm one of the co-founders of GoingThrough.com. Thank you for stopping by our website, and if this is your first time, welcome. If you're coming back again, you're revisiting the website, thank you for your support and welcome back. Now, I want to give you guys a little insight as to what GoingThrough.com is and what this whole thing is about. Now, the lockdown during COVID-19 was very stressful on everyone. It was hard on everyone, and I spent a lot of time connecting with friends, including the other co-founder of GoingThrough.com, Kevin Lebroni. And we were talking about things that were very deep during that time. And one of the things that we talked about was the suicide rate that was going up and people that we had seen that were taking their own lives. And it was the same statement over and over again. You know, him and I both were like, man, I never saw that coming. And between him and I talking about it, we decided that, you know, it would be a great thing if we could know what people are thinking, what they're going through, what's happening to them without them actually saying it. Many people have a hard time verbalizing what they're feeling, what their emotions are, what they're going through. And that will lead other people to not understanding what they're going through. And all of a sudden it seems like this big shock to everyone that they really were hiding this huge thing that they were fighting through or battling through in their whole life, and nobody ever knew about it. So we came up with the concept of the T-shirts, which is the one you see here that I'm wearing. It says, I'm a recovering heroin addict, 18 years sober. Now, this was the concept originally was tell your story with the shirt. And it turned into more of tell what you're going through, like going through it, because we're all going through it at the same time. We were all going through the lockdown. We're all going through something. Everybody's going through something. So what Kevin and I did was we actually purchased the shirts like this. We had the words put on them and we wore them out in public and we put them up on social media. And the response we got to them was huge. People right away understood what we were doing, thought it was a good concept. But the thing is, once one person goes out there and puts out something like that, very vulnerable and very personal, people that are going through it too or going through something similar, it gives them courage and makes it okay for them to come out and talk about it also. And right away, people were like, well, how can I get a shirt made? Where can I get one for myself? And people started contacting us and we were like, well, this is just shirts that we had made. Like, you can go to this thing here. And then it really clicked. They said, you know what? We haven't seen something where people could not only express what they're going through, because dressing it is an expression of how you feel inside. It's a manifestation on the outside of how you feel on the inside. So not only could they show their feelings and be able to put it on a shirt and not have to actually say it, but at the same time, they can make original clothing, meaning you're not following the crowd with something that everybody else is. Now, granted, you may want to have a shirt that, you know, maybe you and 10 of your friends want to get together because you're all going through a death of one of your friends and have all the same shirt made. You could do something like that. But they can be very individual and very custom to take your own style to the next level, but also get a message across at the same time and be able to communicate without verbalizing it. That was the whole thing. Many people just can't say what they're going through. They're not really sure how to put it into words, but they could type it out or they could write it. And they're having a hard time communicating like that. Well, the shirts that we wore out in public, the response was amazing. People read them. They walked up to us. They asked us about them. They asked us if it was true, if it was real. And that's where we really thought that we were onto something at that point. So that's where GoingThroughIt.com was created. We decided to put out the shirts, put out the company, and just make a different way for people to communicate other than the way that they were normally used to by telling people things, because people are just sometimes not ready to talk about it, but they want people to know. So you can come on here and build your own shirt. You can different colors, different fonts, customize it to your own style, make it very original. It doesn't have to be the black with the white print. That's just what we chose to get the point across. We thought it was easy to read and it would get the point across. It was very plain, and we wanted the message to convey as opposed to the style itself. But you could do pretty much anything you want. You can do t-shirts, hoodies, long sleeve shirts, tank tops, hats, whatever you want. You can customize your clothing to get across your point, your message. And I think that right now in this day and age where we're at, I think that's important. I think people need to realize that you can't tell what someone else is going through all the time. Just by looking at them, you can't tell what's going on inside emotionally. You can't tell what they're going through, what's happening to them. But without verbalizing it, just by looking at them, when you put one of these shirts on, you now can tell what's going on with them, or you can now convey to someone else what you're going through without saying a word. And I think that was the key, and that's what we did. So again, thank you guys so much for the support. Thank you guys for visiting the website. Hope that you guys come up with some awesome and amazing designs. I'm super pumped. And make sure you tag us with hashtag going through it, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, or whatever the case may be. Tag us in it, hashtag going through it. We'd love to see your designs. Again, thank you guys for the support. Be well out there, and God bless.